You've led the final pitch and are readying to bring up your following climber. Is it worth pre-threading your rope through the anchor to be ready for the coming rappel down? Let's get into the pros and cons. Hello everyone, I'm Jason. The lead climber of our team has just reached the final anchor. We are readying ourselves to come off belay and put our partner below us on belay themselves. Once that partner comes up, we know the next thing we are going to be doing is rappelling down. Should we go ahead and clip in on a lanyard, come out of the rope, and thread that rope through the coming rappel before the second climber arrives? Like most everything in climbing, there are trade-offs. First, let's look at going ahead and doing that. We are going to set the rope into the rappel before our climber arrives with the idea that this will speed our time transitioning from climbing to descent. Because we only have access to one end of the rope, the end we have tied into our harness, then we must have a lanyard, either commercial or improvised, to clip into the anchor so that we can come out of the rope. Oh, and if you are going to use a lanyard, you can watch a short we did that goes into a couple of different ways to rack that lanyard based on the materials you are using. So right there are a few cons, all minor, but cons nonetheless. To start, we need to own this equipment. We are also going from a dynamic and adaptable item, the rope, to a less adaptable and often static material. Under the wrong circumstances, a static connection could increase forces on gear, on ourselves, or could fail entirely. But we know not to be above our anchor, and we know not to leave a lot of slack in our connection point. So is it really a lot more risk? And on the flip side, we are going to need an extension for our coming rappel anyway. Maybe we even attached our extension lanyard combination to our harness at the last belay while exchanging gear or something. I think the most significant potential issue, though, comes down to a choice. We could set up this rappel thread before we put our climbing partner on belay so that we are focused and attentive, but then our climber below is waiting to move.
Climb on!
Or we could do this while belaying, which comes with self-evident risks around split attention. We are likely relying a bit more on the brake assisting of our top belay in this case, and still need to ensure we don't let go of the brake strand. Also, if we do wait until we are belaying, we add in the factor of our rope being under the pile we are stacking as we belay. It probably won't be an issue, but the wrong tangle in the wrong way could complicate things. But it might make perfectly good sense to go ahead and thread the rappel if we have an anchor below that, for whatever reason, will take time to break down before the follower starts climbing. Now, let's contrast this with waiting for our following climber to come up and using a backside clove to rig the rappel. In this scenario, the leader is into the anchor by way of a clove hitch on the rope. Now, when the second comes up, the leader takes rope from the backside of the clove and adds another clove to a locker that the follower clips into. Now, the follower can come out of their end of the rope, and both climbers stay on a dynamic attachment to the anchor. We can take that rope end and thread it into the rappel, and because it's the follower's end, it is on top of the stack. Both climbers can now rig their rappels and have the opportunity to have two sets of eyes on the entire setup, helping buddy check any mistakes. Of course, though, this means that we aren't starting the rope threading until both climbers are here, and that means that the time it takes to come out of the rope and thread it is lost time compared to the other technique. So I don't think that anyone is making irredeemably dumb decisions using either method, but I do like the idea of stopping to more consciously consider the risks we add and avoid when we select from different options. As they say, climbing is a thinking person's sport. Do you use either of these methods or maybe something different? Describe your go-to process in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can check out a related video about a multi-pitch rappel transition on ice, or if you want to stay on rock, you can check out our entire rock climbing safety series. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.